student, welcome to this video. In this video, I would like to teach you about basic data types in C, their declaration and initialization. Let's begin. We know that a C program is a collection of functions, main function and subfunctions. We already know that each function will have group of statements, statement 1, 2 and so on, n number of statements which are represented between the opening flower brace and closing flower brace. This group of statements will be divided into two parts. The first part is declaration part and the next one is execution part. And we already know that when we are writing each and every instruction, we must write by following the syntax. Now, let's see the syntax for the declaration part. It will have storage class, modifier, data type and data item. Writing storage class and modifier is optional, but we must write data type and data item. C is having storage classes like auto, static, register, extend. Those things I will explain you in the storage classes concept. And C also having modifiers like short, long, sign and so on. About modifiers, I will explain you very soon in the next coming videos. Now we will discuss about data type and data item. Data type, the name itself is saying that data means information, it's type of information. So data type represents the type of data. Which type of data we are going to take, we need to represent in the data type. Let's see few basic or common data types in C. These are the three basic data types supported by C language: int, float and char. Int, integers. If you want to take whole numbers, it means numbers without decimals, we should take the data type int. If we want to take fractions, it means numbers with decimals, then we should use the data type float. If we want to take alphabets or we want to take combination of alphabets, digits and special characters, we can say simply alphanumeric data. For that we should use the data type char. One more thing I would like to say here, don't read this as char, read this as char because the word is taken from the word character. The next one is data item. Data item is container of data, or we can say a placeholder where we can store the data. The data item name can be any name of our choice, but we must follow some naming conventions. About naming conventions, I will teach you in the next video. Now, let's see this declaration part with some examples. I open code blocks, save this program. I am saving this as datatypes.c onto the desktop. Click save. First, we should start with comment line section. Now, let's write the declaration part. I want to take student number. For that, we should use the data type int and we can write the data item, any name of our choice. Let's say I am giving number. Each statement should end with semicolon. But if we give number, it is not meaningful, right? So, even though data item name can be any name of our choice, better to give the names which are meaningful and understandable. So, instead of giving the number, it's better to give meaningful name which is student ID. If we want to take average marks of the student, average marks can contain numbers with decimals. For that we should use the data type float. And let's give the meaningful name student average, AVG for average. And we want to take the gender of the student, M for male, F for female. For that we should use the data type char. Char for character data type. Let's give the meaningful name, that is gender. And there is also another data type in C, that is string. Let's say for example, we want to take the name of the student. A name of the student will contain group of characters. I mean more than one character. For that, we should use the data type char only. We should give the data item name, let's say student name. We should write square brackets. In between the square brackets, we should give the size. How many characters you want to take for the student name. Let's say I give the size as 100. Here 100 represents the maximum number of characters a student name can have. I may give 5 characters or 10 characters or 15 characters, but maximum length it should be 100 characters. So if we give like this, I mean without any square brackets and without mentioning the size, it means this is like this. It means this will accept only single character. If we give the size, it means it will accept these many number of characters. Okay, this is the way we need to write declaration part. Student ID is the integer data item, student average is float data item, gender is character data item, and student name is string data item. Okay, now we want to give the values to these data items. Giving the values to the data items is called initialization. So initialization is the process of setting the values to the data items, or we can say assigning the values to the data items. To assign the values to the data items, we should use one operator in C, that is called assignment operator. This is the assignment operator. Actually, we know in mathematics this is equal to operator, but in programming this is not equal to operator. If you write 2 times, then this is equal to operator. If we write only 1 time, that is assignment operator. About this equal to operator, I will explain you in the control statement chapter. For now, we will discuss about the assignment operator. This is the assignment operator and we should give the student number. Now let's give the student average. Coming to character, when we are assigning a single character to the character data item, we must represent between single quote. Let's say I am giving M for male, and be careful when we are assigning a character to the character data item. Let's say for example, I give one space with the space bar. This is not a correct value because this character data item can hold only single character, but we give 2 characters. This white character is invisible character. So be careful when you are assigning character data item. Okay, now here we need to give string. To give string, we should represent between the double quotes. Okay, and one more thing, don't read this assignment operator like this, int student ID equal to 111. No, we already learned that this is not equal to. This is the assignment operator. So you must make a habit of reading this assignment operator like this. Student ID assigned 111. You should read this one as student average assigned 95.75. Or you can read like this. Gender gets value M. Student name gets value Gautam Sai. Okay, this is the way we should read the assignment operator. Now let's display these values onto the monitor. We already learned that to display the information onto the monitor, we should use printf. Function will have parenthesis and ends with semicolon. And we already know that printf is a predefined function which is available in the stdio.h. That one we need to represent in the linkage section, hash include stdio. Okay. Now to print these values, we should give double quotes. To print integer, we should use %d, d for digit. And to print float value, we should give %f. To print character, we should give %c. To print string, we must give %s. After that, we should give comma where this digit is stored in the placeholder student ID. So we should write the name of the integer placeholder. After that we should write the float placeholder, that is student average. After that we should write character placeholder, which is gender, and this one is the string placeholder, which is student name. Now let's go back to our syntax for writing function, declaration part and execution. Let's go back to our program. These 4 statements will come under declaration part and these 2 statements will come under execution part. We must write parenthesis to the function. Now let's save this program, compile. Now our program is compiled successfully and output file is created, which is datatypes.o. Now let's run this program. Here we displayed the values, but these values are not clear, right? All are displayed as a single value. So to display these values clearly, now let's exit this command prompt. We should give space of our choice, maybe 1 or 2. Let's say I give only 1 space now, so that we can see the output clearly. Let's save the program again, compile and run. Now we can see the values clearly. This is the integer, this is the float, then character and string. And one more thing we can notice here, the float value. A float value will take maximum of 6 decimals in C. As we give only 2 decimals, the remaining 4 decimals is represented as 0. Okay, let's exit this console, and this %d, %f, all these are called as format specifiers in C. More about the format specifiers I will teach you in the next videos. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please click on like button. Please also subscribe to our channel and click on notification button so that whenever I posted a video, you will get notification. Please do comment and share our video. I will see you in the next video.